What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Rich Dean, and we're here with a video for y'all today, man. A very, very, very special video for y'all today. Shout out to the noobs. This one goes out to y'all. This one is for all the noobs, man. Shout out to noobs, alright? I got y'all. Basically, I've been playing this little game lately, man. And I've been real active in the community on the Reddit and stuff, and I just see the new players posting all the time. Help. Help, what do I do? How do I do this? How do I do this? And the game is terrible at explaining the mechanics to you. It basically doesn't. It doesn't explain anything to you. So, that's where I come in. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, you don't even gotta say it, bro. I already know. You're welcome, guys. Y'all are welcome. I'm not even gonna go crazy in depth today, bro. Alright? This is just a general overview of Football Head Coach 26. Don't get me wrong, we're still gonna be detailed with the shit. Like, y'all are gonna get a lot of information you're gonna need, but it's just certain subtopics that are very in depth, and we're gonna have to break those down more in depth in separate videos in the future. Okay, but don't worry, we're gonna cover it all in the long run. All right, I'm gonna make sure that y'all know everything you need to. I got y'all. So with that being said, let's get right into this, man. All right, so boom, here we are. You load into the game, you do your little tutorial and everything, and then bam, put you right here on the home screen. This is basically where all the different game modes are going to be, your standard game modes, you know, where you're actually playing against opponents, your team versus their team essentially, right? You've got your league games, you've got your quick games, and your weekend league games all right here. There's also friendly games, of course. We'll get into that later, okay? That's down in the social section. We're not there yet. We're on the home screen right now, okay? Stop, slow down. Stop trying to get the fuck ahead, all right? Goddamn. So, either way, click on that little top rectangle. Shows you the whole, all your little league options and stuff. Basically, the league, it puts you in one automatically at the start when you start playing. It's basically like a season mode, essentially. You're put in there with, I don't even know how many other teams. I think it's just like 32, like the NFL actually. Wait, 4, 8, wait, bro. Yeah, no, it's however many fucking teams. I have no clue. The players it matches you up with in your league is based off of the tier you're currently in. So at the start, you're just matched up against straight shits, you know what I'm saying? Just straight shit boxes because you're all tier 10. So if you improve your team at all, you basically just shit on everybody. It's pretty tough. The first league is easy as hell. Regardless though, so it's basically a season mode against random players in your tier, whatever your tier is when you first join the league at least. There's one game every single day. It automatically gets played for you. The league games consume your players' training and stamina, all right, or their focus, I guess it's called. Their focus and their stamina decreases after your league games, okay, whereas it doesn't decrease after quick games or weekend league games, stuff like that. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Be mindful of when your league game goes on, and if you're going to play like weekend league after that specifically, make sure that your guys' stamina's back up and they're trained up some, you know. The point of playing the league games though is the rewards at the end of the season, okay? Your end of season rewards are based off whatever tier you're in at the end of the season. So that's kind of what makes it tough, is you'll start off in a tier 10 league, but you can level up to, shoot, I'm pretty sure I was tier 4 or tier 5 when I won my championship. So, you know, and you get those rewards, which is pretty nice. If you're a free-to-play player, this is clutch. You know, it's just passive rewards, basically. Passive packs, players, and coins. So you always want to be in a league, regardless. Either way, all this shit is pretty self-explanatory, and none of it matters that much. The only thing that really matters is scouting your opponent right here. Looking at your opponent's information, you know, that's important before you play anybody in this game, is to scout them and adjust your team accordingly, you know, your playbooks and strategy accordingly. We'll get into that in just a sec, all right? So regardless, that's the league. That's how leagues work, all right? So then underneath league games, we have quick games, okay? Basically, these games cost your energy, okay? They're the only games that cost energy. And the thing is, with quick games, there's a few different reasons why everybody plays them, okay? Of course, you know, you test out your scouting ability and test out your different lineups and strategies, of course, you know, you can do that. But if you're having limited energy, you don't really want to play around. You kind of want to take these serious, because every week you get rewards based on how many wins you've gotten, okay? Once you're in the higher tiers, you definitely always want to aim for 80. But until you get there, low key, it's better to go for the 60 wins because it gives you that team of the week pack. And it's essentially 3 chances to pull really good players, plus, you know, the possibility of a team of the week player, as opposed to just base set cards. So until you're at tier 2, you just want to aim for the 60 wins for real. That's what I've learned. I had just been doing the 80 wins, but nah, 60 wins is better. That's better to go for. That's the main reward for playing quick games. Regardless though, it just helps you learn the game. And so essentially every 1 game costs 1 energy. You regen 1 energy every 8 hours, I believe. As you see, I have 324 energy. I haven't had a regen energy in I don't know how long, bro. I forget the timers for it. I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure it's 8 hours you regain 1 energy. Also, if you see down here, you can play by watching an ad. I believe it's only once a day though. You can also switch your opponent if you don't like the matchup, or, you know, they give you a overall higher than you and you're just not feeling confident, you can change your opponent. And then also it's pretty nice that you can quickly adjust your roster and your playbooks from here too. I like that, instead of having to go out and then go down and go into it all. I really like that. That's real nice. The other point of playing quick games is to get QPs, all right? Not quaps, not quarter pounds, all right? We're not talking about trapping, all right? We're talking about football. I don't know. We're talking about fucking football, bro. All right, we're talking about fucking weekend league. We're talking about qualification points, all right? Qualification points, bro. Like anything you apply for, bro, or anything you register for, bro, you have to meet the qualifications. Sometimes it's an age limit. Other times, it's skills that you must have or achievements you must have reached or achieved, you know. So, with that being said, basically, you have to get that 1,500 qualification points. You get that through playing your league games, your quick games, and your friendly games. Usually, bro, by the time the weekend league ends, I just instantly am able to register for the next one, bro. Like, I don't know. I've never had to earn qualifying points. Like, even this, like you see, I'm already registered. This is qualifying points for next week's weekend league, bro. Like, but yeah, so basically this is really, really good. So weekend league kind of works the same way as quick play in the sense of you get rewards at the end based off of how many wins you got. The thing with weekend league is there's a scoring system. The highest reward is at 55 points. You play 15 games, and every win is 4 points, every loss is 1 point. So you can lose 1 game at most, either go undefeated or only lose once, and you'll get the top tier prize. If you lose twice, you're getting that second tier though, bro. Then it goes down from there. But essentially, there are weekend league players. You can't trade them or buy them from the market. They are only obtainable through weekend league packs, okay? So it's important. There are good players in there, especially, dude, if you're just starting out, you could pull a 94, a 92. Like, there's good cards in there, bro, that they'll instantly be the best player on your team if you're just starting out, bro. Don't get me wrong, though, there's also a lot of mid cards in there. But, like, the lowest overalls are, like, high 70s, I think, or low 80s. Like, it's hard to get bad cards from Weekend League. Like, truly bad cards, bro. Where if you're just starting out, like, fresh team, they're all going to be upgrades for you. So yeah, that's basically how the weekend league works. The only thing is, it is timed, okay? So it starts Friday night and it ends Sunday night / Monday morning. You can have 3 games unlocked at once, okay? So basically it starts, okay? And it makes you wait like 2 hours or something before you can play your first opponent, all right? And then it's got a 4-hour timer for your second opponent, and then like a 6-hour timer for your third opponent, okay? So if you don't play that first game until all those 3 games are loaded, okay? Say you just are bullshitting, okay? And your first 3 weekend league games, they're loaded. There is no more timer on them. You cannot unlock that 4th game until you play the first one. So then once you play the first one, though, then it's going to be a timer on that 4th one. All right? So that's why you want to play them as fast as you can, because every game you gotta wait a few hours before the next one is unlocked, basically. Not the next one, but the third one from that game. It sounds confusing, but you'll get it when you get into it, okay? So, you know, say you wait and you got your first 3 games ready, right? You just play your first 3 games back to back. Now you've got to wait 2, 4, and 6 hours for the next 3 games. So you really want to play the first game as soon as it's there and just keep the timers going. Keep it so that there's always a timer on the next game. As soon as you've got a weekend league game available, you want to play that. So be diligent with your scouting. Do that before it comes time to play. All right, start scouting ASAP, bro. ASAP. All right, it gives you that whole timer before you can even fucking play against your opponent anyways. So like, spend that time scouting them some, bro. At least some of that time. You don't need fucking 6 hours just to look at the same, like, 3 fucking games. But, you know, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, if that, is nothing. It will dramatically help you. So, that's your front page. That's your home screen right there, okay? Now, I know, we look at the top of the screen, there is some things I didn't cover, and they are very basic, but I do still want to cover them. All right, first things first, you've got your profile right here, okay? You can edit, you know, your logo, your name, all that stuff, your username and everything, head coach name or whatever, right? Then you've got your settings. You can copy your user ID if you want to send it to a friend, and then if you want to delete your account, you can do that there. So yeah. Right here, your tiers, it shows you the progress to the next tier, you know, for those quick game and league rewards and shit. Your franchise just shows you all your players. There's better ways to do this though. Like, this shit is kind of ass. It's kind of stupid. And then it's just got this little, your history if you've played the game before in past seasons. And then this tells you what happens when the next game comes out. Basically, it fucking resets. It's like, imagine you just buy a new Madden, and then it gives you like the loyalty shit, loyalty rewards at the start of next season, essentially. So it is still pretty good, but you know, it's nothing crazy. Next to that, you've got your missions. These are important. Always do the missions, bro. Your daily missions and weekly missions, always do them. Whenever there's an event, they always got these events going on, bro. You gotta do these. Gotta do these, man. I'm gonna pump these joints out too. I know it looks like I'm slacking on my trainings, but bro, with the trainings, watch them ads. I'm telling you, do the 2-hour trainings and watch them ads. The ads are 2 hours, okay? You get 4 every 4 hours. So spam those trainings. And then be mindful, sometimes they have friendly game challenges. You can only play 3 friendly games a day, so just make sure you're getting those in every single day, or else you won't hit the threshold. That's always a big L when that shit happens. Then, you know, your inbox, of course, it's basically the same shit as the news, but oh, okay, it's better than the news though, because here it's actually showing me the fucking guys, bro. Let's go, man. I'm so stupid. Can't believe I didn't put 2 and 2 together there, man. Either way. So yeah, that's your inbox. That shit's real clutch. Then boom, coins. That shit's like, the coins is basically the in-game currency that you earn naturally through the game, okay? You can use it to buy players off the market. You can buy packs from the store that, you know, there's some packs that cost coins and other packs that cost gold, you know, so you can buy the coin packs from there. And then, you know, when you're doing your player trade challenges, which I'll get into more, you have to buy players from the auction or from the market more often than not. So, you know, you're spending on those as well. So coins are really important, okay? And there is not a lot of natural ways in the game for you to effectively make coins outside of buying packs and selling your good pulls. However, I have a method. I always have a method. When it comes, bro, I don't play about fucking money, bro. When it comes to the money, bro, I always have a method, bro, and I'm always gonna share it, bro. I'm always gonna put y'all on, I promise you, okay? However, not in this video. I already made a video basically about it, okay? And it's real in depth, so not in this video. It has to do with the marketplace though. You can probably put 2 and 2 together. If you know anything about stocks or trading, like trading on a real market, you know, like you can basically put 2 and 2 together. Regardless though, okay? We finally are here to the home screen. I mean, I'm fucking hit, bro. We're finally here to the team screen, okay? Pretty self-explanatory shit, bro. You got your roster here. This is just where you set your lineup, you know? Make your substitutions and everything. And then, like I'm saying, set your lineup for the game. So, like, for example, in my defensive tackles, I go here and I switch them around based on if it's a run team or a pass team. Because Jalen Carter's way better versus run than Cam Hayward. But then Cam Hayward's way better versus pass than Jalen Carter. So, you know, got to switch stuff around sometimes. Same thing here with the linebackers and shit. If I'm playing a run team, I'm putting in Roquan. If I'm playing a pass, I'm putting in Bobby. Same type things there, all right? Simple. Next, we've got the playbooks, okay? Or as they say, strategy. Offensive and defensive strategy, okay? This has a lot of elements to it. This is like the main part of the game right here. This is everything, all right? And this is where all of the complex mechanics really come into play. And I'm gonna go over them briefly for y'all, but I'm not going all in depth in this video because, bro, I'm already trying to explain everything about the game, just a quick synopsis. Like, this is already gonna be longer than I want it to be. Y'all are gonna fucking hate me. If y'all are gonna dox me and murder my fucking family if I go all in depth on the playbooks in this fucking video. Y'all are gonna sit here for 3 fucking hours, bro. We don't want that, okay? I got y'all. Quick summary real quick. I'ma still cover the basics though, the main things that you gotta know. I promise you'll still get use out of this. Okay, I promise you will. So regardless, you have it for offense and defense. Of course, you have 3 different playbooks you can set. I recommend setting 1 versus run, 1 versus pass, then 1 balanced slash just best possible options for your roster, essentially. Basically set that to whatever your team's actual strength is, as opposed to countering the opponent's strength. So yeah, go into the edit option, and here is what you see when you're looking on your offensive playbook, okay? The defensive playbook is relatively similar, but you know, the specifics are slightly different. So with offense and defense, you've got your formations. You only get 4 for each playbook. And with the formations, there are 2 different things you need to pay attention to. You need to pay attention to that number. That's your roster affinity, essentially how well that formation matches the personnel that you have in your starting lineup. And then you have the, there's not really a term for it in this game that I know of, so I just call it the proficiency. You know, either rushing or passing, either rush heavy or pass heavy, you know? As you see, power 1 right here. It's a run heavy formation. It's got all 5 of the little orange running boxes full and only 1 of the little passing boxes. So it's a run heavy formation, obviously, as opposed to pistol right here, right next to it. It's a pass heavy formation. So yeah, basically based off of whatever your strategy is with your team, whether you're running a balanced team or a running focused team or a passing focused team, you want to set a good mixture of high affinity and matching proficiency formations, okay? You want to make sure it matches your proficiency or whatever your strategy is offensively, as well as it's got highest possible roster affinity, okay? Underneath the formations, I'm gonna get into mindset at the very end of this segment, okay? Mindset is the most important and most complicated thing. So before I get into that, I'm gonna go into all the little positional settings. So your passing preference right here, you choose between short, medium, long, and balanced. This has to do with your receiver's stats, okay? Mainly your receiver's stats. Of course, weighing into this is also your attitude, your mindset, and I believe your quarterback style might have a little bit to do with it. Don't quote me on that one though. All right, y'all, editing Dean popping in here real quick. Sorry about that. I'm a fucking dumbass, bro. I was like, I don't know, bro. Honestly, I was a little like nervous when I was recording this shit, bro. And I was just thinking like, damn, bro, what if people like watch this shit and they're just like, bro, you're an idiot. You don't even know what you're talking about. How are you making this? And like, da 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 da. Da. So I was like so scared that like, damn, I know I'm right about this shit, but what if I'm wrong? Type shit. So just to break down the correlation between aggressiveness, your pass, whatever the fuck it is, between the balance long and short, and then your quarterback style, right? Basically, when you're pocket passing, that works best within aggressive offense and long passing, okay? And then short passing is better with conservative and game manager, basically. Game manager if you're on conservative, pocket passing if you're on aggressive. Simple as that, bro. Simple as that. Sorry. Back to the video. Short passing has to do with your receiver's agility stat, Medium passing has to do with your receiver's speed, and deep passing has to do with your receiver's catching stats, okay? So match your receivers up accordingly to however you want your passing preference to be, or match your passing preference up to whatever suits your receivers best, all right? Running preference. Again, we got zoned power and outside. I always say zone inside, outside, but no, zone, power, and outside. Outside correlates to your running back speed. Power correlates to their power, of course. And then zone correlates to their vision. So, as you see, I got Rico fucking Dowdle, I got Kenneth Walker, and Jahmyr Gibbs. They all got 96 fucking vision, bro. So, I'd be spanking with the zone, all right? I also got Derrick Henry, who also has 96 vision. I'd be slapping with the zone. Sometimes I turn it on balanced and just get the best of all three worlds, bro, you know, regardless, though. Then you got your quarterback style. Accuracy goes with pocket passing, game manager goes with intelligence, and dual threat goes with athleticism. Running back style, you're either choosing running, blocking, catching, or mixed. Basically, that's based off whatever your mindset is, okay? If you're passing only, then you probably want to send them to catching, you know? If you're passing and running, you probably want them on mixed, you know? If you're mainly running, just set them to running, you know? So it's just personal preference there. Same thing with tight ends, essentially. You know, they do have separate catching and blocking stats, though. So, you know, if they're shitty at blocking, you probably want to set them to catching and, you know, set your offense up for passing over running. I have my guys blocking. I got the best blocking tight ends because, yeah, I only run. That's just me, though. That's just me. Passing is good. The best thing you could do for real is have a mix of passing and running. Especially if you're just starting out. That is what I always recommend. Have a mix of passing and running. You're going to be unstoppable early on. Underneath here, we've got the special movements. We've got screens. Basically, this correlates to your opponent's blitz setting. All right, if they have their blitzing on often, you want your screens on offense on often. You want to screen more against an opponent who blitzes more, and screen less against an opponent who blitzes less, okay? So yeah, you basically usually just want to keep it on rare unless you see your opponent is like aggressively blitzing every fucking game and you're a pass offense, then turn that bitch on often. I don't know if it really affects you if you're doing a run game though, honestly. Either way, fourth and short is next. Take no risk, take some risk, or take high risk. I basically always have on take high risk for real. Sometimes if I'm on aggressive though, I might put it down to just some risk because basically it's a combination of whatever you have, you know, your fourth and short setting to, along with your attitude as far as when it will actually go for it on fourth down. Like, if you're on conservative, you want that joint on take high risk for real because then you're going to be going for like the 4th and 2s on the opposing 5, you know, or like opposing 12, you know, fourth and goal on the opposing 2. Basically, you'll go for those if it's on conservative and you're on take high risk. Whereas if it's on conservative and you're on take some risk, you're probably not going to go for it, you know. But that's the thing though, if it's on aggressive and you're on take high risk, motherfucker, my guy went for a 4th and 6 from his own 20 yesterday. We got it, but I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know, I didn't fucking want that to happen. So just be mindful of that, okay? Be wary. Be wary, travelers. So yeah, then we get into defense, okay? The formations work the exact same way. It's just the positional things are slightly different, of course, because, you know, you've got different positions and different stats. So primary coverage, you've got either zone, man, or mixed. This correlates to your corners and safeties. Basically, awareness is the zone stat and speed is the man stat, okay? So I run zone, I got all awareness corners. Blitzing, this is basically supposed to be used to counter conservative teams. If they're playing conservative, you want to blitz often. Personally, if they're a running team, I blitz often as well. Honestly, I blitz often all the fucking time. But my linebackers are fucking goated at blitzing though, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know. My linebackers are nice, bro. So it's okay for me to do that. Wait, didn't I just buy fucking Fred Warner? No, I didn't. Who the fuck did I just buy? Sorry, sidetracked. So yeah, I blitz a lot. I'm not gonna lie, and I have real good luck with that shit. I can't lie. I have real good results blitzing a lot, but my team is really fucking good. So It's primarily meant to be used against opponents who are playing a conservative offense, okay? Keep that in mind. And then if they're running aggressive, you're going to want it on rare. Then you've got your linebacker role and your defensive line role. Basically, these linebacker and defensive line roles also correlate with their stats, okay? For linebackers, tackling correlates with run support, awareness correlates with coverage, and then their speed actually correlates with their ability to blitz. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. And then with defensive line, strength is run support and tackling is pass rush, okay? Awareness means fucking nothing. Awareness literally means nothing. Basically though, you're going to want people that are balanced. You're going to want players that are balanced at both of these, because you want to be able to alternate between run support or pass rush based on whatever your opponent is primarily running, unless they're actually running a truly balanced offense, which that's a lot more common earlier on. But as you get higher overalls, people really start to shape their teams to specific strengths. All right, though, the moment you've all been waiting for, the shit that actually matters. Not that all that shit doesn't matter. All that shit does matter, okay? But all that shit basically like is, I don't know, it's all kind of self-explanatory to an extent. Like there's measurements basically for everything that the game already has easily presented to you. You know, it's based off your guy's stats. So you can literally just see, oh, what's their highest stats? Okay, let me do that with the fucking, let me set the strategy to the one that lines up with that stat. Like, it's simple, you know? The mindset and attitude of your offense and defense actually require thought. Okay, actually require scouting, actually requires a lot of knowledge and information that the game does not fucking tell you. You just gotta guess, bro. You just gotta guess, unless somebody is nice enough, unless you go and search for answers on Reddit or Discord, and somebody is nice enough to take the fucking time to explain this long, drawn out, extensive fucking concept to you. Alright, so I'm gonna put this whole mindset category, both the mindset and the attitude, into layman's terms for the general idea of what you're doing with this. You are trying to counter your opponent. So yeah, so basically the mindset is how you counter your opponent. All right, you counter your opponent's mindset. So your mindset percentage on defense is basically going to be whatever type of offense they're running. If they run a rush offense, you want that joint on run heavy. If they run a pass offense, you want it on pass heavy. Obviously, right? Same thing, balance, you want it somewhere in the middle. Okay, leaning towards whatever your team is weaker in or whatever you think they're going to do more. You want to cover yourself, basically. Cover your weaknesses and what they're going to be doing. Cover against their strategy. So yeah, so that's mindset. That's the percentage mindset on defense. All right. And then for offense, you either want to set it to whatever your strength is, right? Like for me, I'm running against everybody. I don't give a fuck if their defensive mindset is on 100% rush. It doesn't fucking matter, because my roster's to the point where I can counter them with my other settings and stuff, you know? So regardless though, if you have a balanced team though, you do want to look at your opponent's lineups and see where they're weak at and set your mindset to counter their defense. Counter their weaknesses basically, right? Self-explanatory right there. So here is where things get a little complicated, all right? The attitude. Basically with attitude, you basically only ever want to do 3 different ones, either conservative, balanced, or aggressive. You almost never should go very conservative or very aggressive. It just has never gone good for me whenever I've done one of those. Very conservative or very aggressive, it never goes good, okay? But conservative, balanced, and aggressive, specifically mainly conservative and aggressive, are always fucking good. Always good, bro. But this is where the strategy comes in, and this is where scouting comes in, okay? And like I said, I'm going to do a whole separate video going real in depth on scouting and how to tell exactly, you know, what the opponent's strategy is. The general concept of attitude is your defensive attitude is supposed to counter their offense's attitude, and then your offense's attitude is supposed to match their defenses, okay? So You want to counter their offense and match their defense. I'm actually going to try and put a graphic on screen right now for y'all that breaks down all the specific, counters what on offense and defense. It's pretty self-explanatory though. Essentially, if they're running a conservative offense, you want to run an aggressive defense. If they're running an aggressive offense, you want to run a conservative defense. And then, like I said, on offense, though, you're going to want to match. If they're running a conservative defense, you want to run conservative offense. If they're running aggressive defense, you want to run aggressive offense, okay? So that's the general gist of it. So look, so you come here, you read this. It says, this determines the likelihood of your players taking chances that may result in big plays and penalties. That makes you think, okay, so the more aggressive I am, the more likely it is that my guys are going to make big plays, but also the more likely it is that they're going to get penalties. Okay, so then if I don't want them to get penalties, then I'll go on conservative. No, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. It's based off of how your attitude matches up against theirs. So even if you're on conservative defense and their offense is conservative, even though your defense is on conservative, you still could get 8 penalties. It's just what could happen, and they could drop fucking 50 on you, bro. Like, it's just what could happen, bro, because they countered your attitude. It's essentially, if your attitude is countered, that's what determines the likelihood. Whether your attitude is countered or not determines the likelihood of you getting penalties or big plays. So basically, it determines your penalties, turnovers, and sacks. Those are essentially the main things. So yeah, like I said, defense, you're countering their offense. Offense, you're matching their defense, okay? I'll get into how to read what your opponent is and stuff in a different video. Like I said, this is just the basics for now. But I hope that can help y'all better understand how that works, because that shit fucked me up for the longest, bro. I did not get it. Did not make any fucking sense. But yeah, so either way, that's the team page, all right? Everything else is real fast. Those are like the main in-depth things. Everything else is quick little run through for real. Underneath the team screen, you've got your training screen, okay? This is important. Constantly have trainers playing. Just reversed it. Constantly have players training, sorry. So essentially, there are different length workouts that you choose for them, and each one gives you a certain level of focus to that player. The level of focus that they gain from training will also vary based off of their age. Younger players progress faster. Younger players earn their focus up faster. All right, whereas older players, it fucking takes, bro. It's ass with the old players, bro. It sucks. So like I said, there's 3 different training options you have. There is a 2-hour one, a 4-hour, and an 8-hour training option, and they each cost 9, 12, and 15 stamina, respectively. There is a trade-off to training your players, and you do want to be mindful of when you're training your players, but there is still counters to low stamina with the fit drinks and everything. I'll explain that in a second though. Basically, with the training though, the most efficient thing to do is just to spam the 2-hour trainings, because even if it just shows that, oh, he's only going to gain 1 or 2 from this training, when you claim them, they almost always get like boosts. Like, I don't know, they'll get like a training boost and it'll give them even more focus than they were supposed to get. That happens literally every time. So just spam the 2-hour ones, because also, number one, it's just more efficient, right? As far as getting the focus, right? Doing 2-hour trainings is going to earn you more focus than doing 1 4-hour. You know what I'm saying? It's just the 4-hour is going to take less energy. So, you just lose the energy kind of fast. But regardless, if your players are young, it really takes like 2 trainings to get them up to the 5. And then if they're old, you save the old players for nighttime and hit them with an 8-hour one before you go to sleep. And then he'll just need like 1, maybe 2 of the 2-hour trainings. The thing that's clutch about the 2-hour trainings is with that, you get 4 ads, 4 time skip ads available to you every 4 hours. And they skip, believe it or not, 2 hours. So it's perfect. You can basically get 4 instant trainings every 4 hours. So that's really clutch when you have missions like this where you need to claim 65 trainings. You can claim 8 every 4 hours essentially, because the 4 that you get from the ads and then the 4 that you put in for the next 2 hours. Wait, shit, 12, because then you can do 4 for the next 2 hours, then 4 more for the next 2 hours, and then your ads are back up, so then you get another 4 and then another 8 for the next 4-hour rotation. That's tough. So yeah, you can train a lot, bro. You can train a lot. But with that being said, your stamina does run down on your players, okay? And your stamina and your focus have a major impact on your team's performance, bro. If your stamina and your focus are up, you can beat anybody, bro. You can beat anybody. It's insane. It's insane how much it helps. But if your shit's down, you're going to lose to everybody. Like, I promise you, if you're losing a lot, double check your player's focus and stamina. I guarantee you, it's one of your best players is like in 60 stamina or some shit. But regardless though, you go to your fitness coach and you can just look at all your players who currently are less than 100 fitness, and that's where we have the fit drinks right here that you can feed them. Feed me! That you can feed them basically to get their stamina back up. Every fit drink recovers 10 stamina. The fit drinks, you earn them through different missions, and you can also buy them from the store with gold. They're pretty cheap. Also, if you were playing during the last event, the autumn event, and you weren't saving up for the Amon Ra, so after you get the Trey Hendrickson, dude, I just spent the rest, like, I spent all my shit on the goddamn fit drinks, bro. So that's why I have so many. It's just good to have them, bro. It's just good to have them. Same thing with the energy, bro. That's really all I spend my gold on is energy and fit drinks. So yeah, regardless though. So that's how training works. It's real important. You always want players training. You always want to claim it as soon as you can. And you just want to keep that focus and stamina up at all times. Next, we've got the market, all right? This is how you buy and sell players, okay? Simple as that. There's a lot of in-depth mechanics to the market, and there's also, you know, the main strategy for free players to earn coins is going to be through the market. However, I'm not going to go through all that in this video. As you know, as you can see, it's already been long enough, okay? There's just still some important stuff here though that I do gotta cover, but it's not going to be very in-depth. Sorry about that. Stay tuned for the next video. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, okay, so you don't miss that next video where I actually go in depth on this auction block. Fuck, the transfer market, I mean. Damn it. I'm going to be calling it the auction block forever, bro. I'm sorry, guys. That's just what it is. But yeah, so, you know, you can try and find players you want to upgrade and shit. You know, you can filter by position, overall. You can just look up players' names, search by their sets. But yeah, there's just a lot of different things, okay? You can also keep them under a price range. So yeah, this is basically how you find players to buy from other people. You know, how you choose what players you want to buy instead of just ripping packs and getting random shit boxes over and over, okay? I remember when I first started playing Madden Ultimate Team, bro, I had no concept of what the auction block was. I thought you were just supposed to pull packs, bro, so I would just save up for packs and just pull and pull and pull. And then I learned about the auction block, and I was like, holy fuck, I've been sitting here spending 7,500 coins to get like a 70 overall player. I could have been buying 92s on the auction for the same price. Like, that was Madden 25 though, when they had 50,000,099 overall cards for no reason. So, you know, you could get a 95 overall team for like 10K. Literally, it was fucking crazy. Either way though, okay? You can also sell your extra players here. All right, it's real good to do. As you see, we making bank. So yeah, it's real good to do that. They expire after a day. Sadly, in this game, they don't have, you can't adjust how long you put them up for. They're all automatically up for a full day. Then you've got your collection book. This is really clutch. Download this. It makes you download like a few extra megabytes, but it's really worth it because of the rewards. Basically, just by playing, every fucking player you get gives you collection points. And as you collect players and earn collection points, you progress through these different rewards and shit, okay? And it's really helpful, especially early on. So definitely download that. Make sure you get that on there. And then after that, another extremely important thing, maybe the most important thing when you are starting, is the player trade challenges, okay? Do these ASAP, bro, okay? Maybe not so much the weekly, daily ones, because them shits fuck the market prices up, okay? If you're new starting out and you don't have a fuck ton of coins type shit, the only way you're really completing these ones consistently to where it's worth it is if you do them as soon as they drop, bro. Because that's before the market has shifted to adjust for the prices of whatever cards are necessary for the new daily and weekly set, okay? Like right now, you need like all 70 overall defensive players, and then 187 overall or higher. So all the 87 and higher defensive players are at least 200K. All the 70 overall defensive players are at least 2K, you know? Whereas as soon as they're gone, they're going to be dropped back down. Whereas I completed the set, shoot, it was this set, the star player trade set. That's what affected those prices specifically. But I completed this joint as soon as it dropped. So I got all my 70s for 350. I got my 87 for like 40K. Chill. It worked out well. Good luck doing that set for cheap now though. But regardless, same thing basically occurs with these little one-time daily and weekly player trade challenges. So when you first start off, the main things you want to do is player of the month is really clutch. And then just, oh wait, oh that's right, I did them all, I forgot. Fuck, okay, so yeah, so the main ones you want to do are these ones where you actually get these good ass players, bro. This is how you get the best players on your team early on, for real, bro. All the way up to Max Crosby, bro. The Max Crosby is expensive to fucking do, okay, bro? But all the way up to the Jahmyr Gibbs, bro, like these are all attainable, bro. Especially up to Jair, bro. Those are all definitely attainable pretty early on in the game. So start grinding those out ASAP, bro. All of these players are worth it. Literally all of them. Like, bro, almost all of them are still starters on my team. Like, Von Miller just got pushed out. Garrett Bowles, I just got his Team of the Week card, so he just got replaced by himself, though. Jair's still, like, my dime corner. I'm pretty sure Malik Neighbors is still in my starting lineup, too, actually. So, damn, because I don't fucking pass the ball, you know what I'm saying? So, my receivers are kind of shit. Jonnu Smith is my second starting tight end now. He was my first until I just got Kittle. But I only got Kittle because he's got 96 block to Jonnu's 94. Chris Boswell's the best kicker in the game outside of Brandon Aubrey, Team of the Week, which good luck getting that. He's not in packs, and you can't find him on the market until I decide to sell mine or somebody else decides to sell theirs. Jahmyr Gibbs is still one of the best backs in the game. It's basically like getting a Derrick Henry. He's got the exact same stats as Derrick Henry. So, yeah. And then Max Crosby, like, best D-end in the game, essentially. So, most balanced D-end in the game. So, those are just so worth it, all right? Outside of those, you can also, I also, of course, recommend doing these ones. It's just so worth it because you get not only packs, but also, you know, you get a whole good-ass player. And when you're just starting off, these 83, 84, 85, they're going to be some of the best players on your team, bro. You know, the thing I didn't realize at first with these, I thought that it was the same as the other player trade challenges where it just progressed as you did them. But I didn't even check that, like, it unlocks as you progress through the tiers, right? So I got to get to tier 3 to unlock this. So my dumbass, I sat here and did all these shits. And I was like, damn, bro, I need that Creed Humphrey. And then I fucking completed them all. I'm like, dude, Mike Evans is still fucking locked. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? So learn the hard way, bruh. But yeah, that's also really good to do, basically. Your weekend league player trade challenges, whenever you do, you know, whenever you finish weekend league, do those. That's important. Never do this one, the 7 player, never do this. Never, ever, 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 ever do this. It's never worth it. Never worth it. Just never, never, ever worth it. The 82 overall pack is a 3-player trade, okay? The odds are honestly not that different, but this you can do. For every one of the 7-player trades that you can do 3 of the 82 overall 3-player trades. So it's just so much more worth it. Because think about it, right? You put in 3 players, then you get 1 back. So you got that one, plus you only need 2 more. So it basically feeds back into itself very efficiently. It's very good. That's the only thing you should ever put your weekend league cards into. Never do the 7-player trade one like I did my first time. Dumbass Dean. But yeah, then the player of the month. I'm sorry y'all missed out on the Travis Hunter. He was really fucking good. But I guess Ashton Jeanty can be a decent starting running back for y'all. The sad thing is though, running back is literally the cheapest position in the game. So yeah, it's just, damn, that kind of sucks. Kind of really sucks if you're starting the game now. But yeah, then you've got your social. Okay, this is just your friends list. This is where you do your friendly games. This is real clutch for Oh, I guess if you invite friends, you can fucking get some packs. So that's cool. Try and do that maybe. But basically you can do your friendly games here. Okay, this is good. It gets you qualifying points for weekend league. And then if you are friends, if you add the people in your league, right, you can check who you're about to play and scout them, and then practice, basically do practice games against them in here. And then also, you know, sometimes it's required in the missions. So just keep in mind, you only get 3 friendly game tickets every day. They refresh 1 at a time, so it's not like after 24 hours you have all 3 right back. Like, bro, you gotta be on it with this shit. If they're required for a mission, you gotta be on it with the friendly games. You cannot fuck around and slack off. But yeah, cause dude, oh my god, that's how I fucking failed the new season mission and shit, bro. Fucked around on the friendly games, bro. Shaking my head. Oh damn, and you can only have 50 friends at most. I didn't know that. Interesting. Regardless though, what you've all been waiting for, the store, okay? If you're no money spent, there's not a lot here for you. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there actually is still a good amount here for you. For you, no money spent, or even if your money spent, you should, if you got time, you're just sitting there bullshitting and you can just have your phone play an ad for 30 seconds while you're doing some other shit, you should go through these ads for real and just do them, because they not only contribute to these little additional weekly and daily packs or whatever, but also it's just, you know, it's free coins, but mainly the free gold down here, bro. That 4 gold stacks up over time. You're earning 4 gold a day. That's 28 a week. 28 a week is enough to buy you 5 more energy, bro, every week, you know? So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but bro, that shit will add up, because you also get gold a lot of other ways, regardless though. So you've got your free ad claims right there. If you're playing for free, you've also got your coin packs right here. They're all the shitty packs though, so kind of sucks. And then yeah, that's it. You can buy your fit drinks and your energy with the gold you earn in game. So yeah, if you're not spending real money, store kind of fucking sucks. The store is nothing but a temptation trap, bro. It's a trap of fucking temptation, and I fold every time. So I'm not buying no more packs though, bro. I'm like, literally, I'm done buying packs for the foreseeable future at least. Basically, if you're not playing free to play, they constantly have bundles in here. Even if it's just, you know, the large gold elite packs or whatever, they constantly have bundles in here for you to buy for different sets and events. As you see, it always gives you gold, energy, and the packs. The only ones that are really worth it right now, the mega pack is the only one that's worth it, because it gives you the chance for the legends. Usually though, the one that's the most worth it is the draft packs, because they just have the best odds for real, and you get shown 3 good players that you then get to choose from. Like, I don't know, just having the choice and everything, it's very nice for just direct upgrades, okay? If you're trying to maximize your coin intake on your purchases though, you're going to want to go with the mega packs more often, okay? Because, you know, they just have the most players available in them. The draft packs, you're literally getting 2 players, so, you know, you want them to be really good, or else it's like, fuck, I just wasted $30. But yeah, then of course, you know, you got your packs you can buy with your gold, and then you can just straight up buy gold as well. Let me just drop 500 fucking gold, bro. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, though, that is everything. Holy shit. Dude, this is a long video. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna make it a lot shorter than it actually, like, bro, if y'all seen how long I just recorded for, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself while I'm editing this, bro. Literally, bro, this video is never coming out. I'm just gonna be bro, next time y'all see me is gonna be in the background of this fucking webcam, just hanging by a fucking belt, bro, from the fucking ceiling. Just belt around my fucking neck, dick in my hands, pants down, pants at my ankles, fucking hanging, bro, just swinging. You're gonna be like, oh damn, I guess he was trying to edit that fucking beginner's guide. I knew it. Knew it would happen. Knew this day would come. That's fucking 2 hours of fucking recording, bro. Nah, not actually 2 hours, but like an hour and a half, bro. That's crazy. This video is probably, I'm gonna try and get it down to like 20 minutes. It's probably not gonna be that, but still. Regardless though, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm going to be going over a lot more of the in-depth mechanics and concepts of this game in the future. Okay, I'm already working on them. So just trust the process. Be patient with me. All right, there's literally nobody who makes videos for this game, okay? So like, bear with me, y'all, okay? I also don't make videos for real, bro. So like, I'm new to this, all right? So just bear with me as I'm learning and getting on schedule and getting consistent with it, okay? I promise though, I'm going to be committed to this. I'm going to be doing this. So lock in now while you can, bro. Lock in now. But yeah, I don't know, just lock in with me, man. Lock in with me. I promise y'all, it's going to be worth it, bro. It's going to be so worth it. Like, if you actually like this game and you have just been waiting for there to be YouTube videos about it, like, I'm here for you. I am here for you. I'm here for you. I got you. Trust. All right. I love y'all, man. All right. I will see y'all in the next video. For all my noobs, shout out to noobs. Shout out to noobs. I hope y'all gained a lot of information and knowledge from this video, and I hope it helps y'all some, at least. I hope it at least helps, all right, in some type of way. It should. If it doesn't, then trust and believe the videos I got coming are definitely gonna be game changers for you. They're gonna change everything, completely change the way you view this game. I promise. It's gonna be like a fucking epiphany, like your fucking third, fourth, and fifth eyes are all opening at once, bro. It's like, nah, that's some fucking David Cumberfield shit, or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Regardless, though, I love y'all. Peace out.